USA to break.
Jayson Shaw and David Alcaide have both experienced the ecstasy of potting the winning 9-ball in the Mosconi Cup before. The chance is there for one of them to do it again.
Yeah, and this is going to be par for the course. Shane has struggled at times on the break shot. I feel like when he's letting up on the speed, the one goes short. And you know, I've kind of been with him in the practice area every single day. When he picks up the pace, he's not had any issues with the one, but the problem for Shane is going back and forth with the speed. It's hard for him to keep a slower cue speed or even a medium cue speed because he's so used to that power.
Just a nightmare start to this doubles for the Americans. Dry break, leaving an excellent chance. Yeah, Shaw potted the winning 9 back in 2016, again in the COVID Mosconi of 2020 in Coventry, and Alcaide experienced it here 2 years ago. And it's a huge moment for any player when they get to do that, Scott.
Yeah, I don't think you could write it any better, right? For these two guys, I think it's ideal. Jayson, like you said, picking him at the Philippines.
I think you go there, bro.
Yeah, I think
Let's go.
Open was pretty cool. You can probably tell in my tone, I'm a little dejected. I don't exactly know what to say about America right now. That was real heavy to the lower side of the pocket. That's how he almost scratched.
it goes, David.
Almost sounded like a miscue.
I didn't think so.
Very
bro.
odd.
No, I
It was too slick.
sorry.
Yeah,
it's
felt
okay.
clunky.
It goes, bro. Just
Well, no
weekend.
wonder they're so relaxed with their team in this position.
I mean, you win the first 6 points, you could really start to feel it. This is tight by the 6, I believe. Yeah, very tight. He chunked it straight into the rubber. It's not the fundamentals. It's not necessarily the practice. Obviously, that's automatic with preparing for the Mosconi Cup, playing the events. But there's some other things going on, and this might go to the upper right. It's got the speed.
It's
That's
there.
right, ball in hand.
Okay, so they rather handed away the opening rack.
Please start the clock.
Hey, we've done the same again.
Bro. I don't know why, bro. When you push, when you push in, the ball goes totally different.
Yeah, Jayson said he barely hit it. I actually felt like he even caught the ball a little
I play the
thick.
leg. I play.
So I never dreamed it was going to scratch. I don't think this is the case with Shaw and Alcaide, but there is a possibility of wanting it a bit too much.
So it looks as though the scratch, the unforced error, is going to be decisive here. And the chances to lead 2-0 instead. Further, it's going to be 3 Mosconi Cup wins from 19 appearances.
I'm disappointed in that play. You could have played the 5 all day long down to the lower right. The 6 is laid up over the lower left. It just doesn't make sense to me where Shane asked Tyler to give him a big angle on the pink 4. Just makes no sense. It only creates a potential problem getting on the 5. And that's what's happened.
Had a couple of problems with 5 balls on the opening night. Tyler Styer.
Yeah, in this particular pocket right here.
Yeah, that was the first of them.
This is all the decision of SVB to create an angle on the 4, and I'm here to call it what it is, and that was an error.
Could this be the moment where the early American control of this doubles encounter starts to ebb away?
Come on for real here, bro.
Yeah, this 5 was always missable. He actually didn't hit it badly.
It's okay?
Yeah, come off the rail, leave me here.
I don't know the stats, but when I say USA has had the lead in so many matches and given those leads up for really no apparent reason. It's just pumped massive life into Europe.
Yeah, I know what you mean when you say for no apparent reason. There are matches that are kind of handed away, and you look back and wonder, how did that happen? So the 5 was left hanging over the corner pockets by Tyler Styer, not for the first time this week. And the upshot of it all is that Shaw and Alcaide have got their first on the board. Tyler Styer returning to the table. Not been a happy week for him. I think he'll be the player who'll be remembered most from the American point of view when you consider the number of balls he's missed, some of them really bad ones at key moments. It's been a big year for him in another sense. First time he's really gone deep in a big matchroom event when he got to the semi-finals of the UK Open in Telford back in the spring. But I still feel like he's someone who hasn't achieved anything like as much as would have been expected of him.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could put it on Tyler, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. You know, there's been some errors from really everybody besides Shane hasn't flared out to me. Billy missed that 9 early in the teams on day 1. Look at this hit. Very good.
It's just that I guess with Styer, Scott, there have been several really high-profile moments, big moments in matches where, for one reason or another, it hasn't happened for him.
Yeah, I can't argue with that at all. For me, though, in a race to 5, I feel like every moment is high profile.
10 seconds.
David Alcaide, assuming Europe finished the job, will extend his record for the most Mosconi Cups played in for either side without ever being on the losing team. A record that used to belong to Carl Boyce.
Yeah, you don't have an extension on the clock. You might on the cue.
Foul stroke, ball in hand.
Could be a potential problem. Well, it is a potential problem, and I think there's some other problems. I just don't feel like I'm in the right position to address it, even though that's my job. And I truly, truly apologize about that.
And just on that point, it's noticeable, isn't it? Fedor Gorst talked the day before the event saying that he felt the preparation had been much better this time, but it hasn't worked out.
Yeah, I don't agree. And I'm not talking about any one individual player, but there's a couple that definitely did not. And I understand if you have things going on in your life, I get that. But we'll talk about that another day. Tough shot here, Michael, over the 9, especially if the back arm gets a little tight. I like the way he stroked it, but I don't like the way he made it.
That pocket has not been his friend all week, Scott. And this match is starting to feel so similar to so many we've seen here.
Could be a potential problem. Well, it is a potential problem, and I think there's some other problems. I just don't feel like I'm in the right position to address it, even though that's my job. And I truly, truly apologize about that.
And just on that point, it's noticeable, isn't it? Fedor Gorst talked the day before the event saying that he felt the preparation had been much better this time, but it hasn't worked out.
Yeah, I don't agree. And I'm not talking about any one individual player, but there's a couple that definitely did not. And I understand if you have things going on in your life, I get that. But we'll talk about that another day. Tough shot here, Michael, over the 9, especially if the back arm gets a little tight. I like the way he stroked it, but I don't like the way he made it.
That pocket has not been his friend all week, Scott. And this match is starting to feel so similar to so many we've seen here.
Happening, and I can promise you
Rack number 6.
there has to be changes, and I
Team
believe
Europe
there
to
will
break,
be.
leading 3 racks to 2.
I've got one more idea I'm going to hit you with, and then we'll move on from it. Because we've got to celebrate Europe rather than focusing on America's shortcomings. David Alcaide then, as Europe look for 2 more.
Does it have the speed?
Oh, has it got the legs? It always looked like it was going to lose the race. They're not going to complain about how this break has turned out. I don't know if there's any possibility at all of this happening, Scott, but how about the Reyes Cup next year? Because they mixed it up this year, made it Asia against the rest of the world. So how about next year you make it Asia against the US? Give the Americans the exposure to that just a few weeks before the Mosconi. Is that something that could help?
I don't know. I really don't. They need to play all the major events. That's a possibility, but they need to play the major events as well. Big shot here, Michael, from Shaw. Just got to get out in the middle of the table here, I believe, and everything's good. Oh, he was dead flat, so he's trusting his opponent here, which is a great sign, right? That's exactly what you want if you're Alcaide. Go ahead, give me the distance. Now, will the back arm hold up? Does have a good angle here. Does he go at the 9 now?
He does. Oh! Only needed the slightest contact.
Yeah, this could
Extension call.
5 off the 7 to the top row.
be a reverse problem.
Here, bro. Put the 5 to there and the drawback.
Here is another look. I mean, we're talking a sliver.
Katie's body language suggests he thought he'd done it. This is another way to do it. Yes, he's done it this time. A stylish moment from the man who has caught the symbolize Europe's wonderful run of success in the Mosconi in recent years. And if they get one more rack on the board, Europe will win the Mosconi. So a potential 3 racks to play. Shane Boening and Tyler Styer
Team
have got
USA
to
the
win
break,
them all.
trailing 4 racks to 2.
Well, the Mosconi is over for another year.
Dry. Never mind. He's got a look, but I don't know if he can make this ball. He does have a full look and a big pocket just in case you hit it bad. The blue 2 might be a helper. And a late drifter here with the brown 7. I look back at game number 3, Michael, in this match when Shane asked Tyler, and I'm not blaming Shane, but he asked Tyler to get an angle on the 4 instead of just leaving it straight in for the 5 in the lower right. Everything went sideways from there. We've lost 4 in a row. The blue 2 was a help. I don't know if he's too steep here to hold. I feel like he's got to maybe just pinch this with a low outside. If you can catch the long rail, then you just go forward real softly. Wow, he came all the way around. Dangerous. And he caught plenty of the long rail there. So he could have just rolled it. There we go. The 3 holds up in the lower right.
And Shane Van Bonen's eyes suggest he knows what might be about to happen. These could be the final moments of the last matchroom event of the year. It all started in Sarajevo back in the spring. The excellence of Joshua Filler in winning the European Open. Moritz Neuhausen at the same venue then winning the Premier League. All the success for Aloysius Yap and the 3 big Matchroom Open titles he won. Carlo Biado in that dramatic final becoming world champion for the 2nd time. We saw Pius Labutas make his big breakthrough in Hanoi. And Asia dominant in the Reyes Cup in Manila for the 2nd year in a row. quite soon. It could all end,
No, take your time, take your time.
just as it does
Extension.
every year these days,
Extension call.
with Europe claiming Mosconi glory.
Yeah, David came up a little short there. Nice recovery by Shaw. They've only played 13 matches, and I feel personally like I've been here 13 years.
As we reflect on the year, we also have to remember those we've lost. Mika Immonen we've spoken about earlier this evening, but also Buddy Hall, Chang Yong Lin.
Credit to these guys, Michael. They've played solid all the way through.
And another little bit of Mosconi Cup history could happen in a few moments. Only 2 players have ever potted the winning 9-ball 3 times. Johnny Archer is one. Joshua Filler is another. Jayson could be about to join that very exclusive club. It was David Alcaide's moment to pot the winning 9 the last time we were here 2 years ago. This time, it looks like he's going to be in the setup role. Still a little bit of work to do here.
Yeah, David wanted Jayson to come out and tell him what line he wanted to take because he was a little straight. Needs to run.
The party is about to start.
Win the Mosconi Cup.
Because for the 6th year in a row, and the 18th time in all, they have won the Mosconi Cup. And now it's time to jump on the table and enjoy their great moment yet again.
Hey, I got the 9-ball top.
Come on, baby!
Come and collect the trophy as we crown your 2025 Mosconi Cup champions 6 years in a row, Team
For the 6th year on the spin, Team Europe have claimed the Mosconi Cup title. A convincing and commanding display from start to finish. Fewer errors and crucially stepped in to punish when Team